Welcome back. When you think of carbon emissions, you probably think of power plants, steel making, cars and trucks, but we're increasingly thinking of the no less damaging impact of less obvious activities, data centres or cryptocurrency perhaps. Well, maybe we need to look closer to home in the world of television. It's thought that every hour of TV production generates 9.2 tonnes of CO2. So what can the industry do to bring that down? Well, joining me now is Ian McDonough. He's the chief executive of Blackbird, which produced the research. Ian, welcome to you. I can't believe that sitting here in the last hour, I've generated 9.2 tonnes of carbon dioxide. I know I've produced a lot of hot air, but that seems an extraordinary statistic.
I'm afraid it's true, Ian. Yes, you have, unfortunately. We're looking at an enormous amount of carbon that's emitted through television production and through video streaming. The video industry, online video alone, accounts for 1% of the world's global emissions. There's 300 million tons of carbon released there. We're a Wimbledon company. We obviously have a local tournament that's very close to us in a tennis tournament. Just the editing portion of that tournament every year equates to around 2 tennis courts of sea ice being lost. So yeah, it is a big problem, and we want to address it. How
is that all generated, Ian?
There's lots of ways, Ian. It's through buildings, it's through trucks, it's through planes and travel, but it's also through transmission of high-res content, through data centers, and through the manufacture of the equipment in the first place. So there's a whole calculator that we built around it with a company called Green Element to work this out and to work out ways in which we can direct the industry to help and change.
I mean, the industry is adapting. I mean, if you take YouTube, for example, they've said they want to be carbon free by 2030. Sky, our parent company, we've said that we're going to be net zero by 2030. I mean, there is progress being made, isn't there?
There definitely is. I mean, we're an industry that has innovation at its very heart. The problem is it's not high enough on people's agendas, and there are companies like Sky who've led the way for many years. But I talk to many people in the industry, and this is just not high enough. So we really want to see a leverage of the existing technology that exists in the world to make an immediate change, but also to bring in the talent in the industry to innovate around carbon reduction programs, and eventually have targets in place, or very soon have targets in place that we can all commit to.
Now, you're arguing that the cloud is a good way of getting around this. You can do things like editing and post-production in the cloud. But I mean, the cloud is also supported by a lot of heat-generating servers, isn't it?
Correct. And it's really about being native to the cloud that we're making the point here. The cloud is an excellent example if it's used in an efficient way. Blackbird, the company that I work with, but also other companies, are cloud native and can really leverage the cloud in an efficient way. But there are plenty of companies out there, unfortunately, have just replaced on-premise equipment with equipment that's in the cloud. And that's not really the way to go. So we're raising awareness of that too, and the business models that exist around that.
Now, longer-standing viewers might recall that you used to be called Forbidden Technologies. You changed your name a couple of years ago. Why was that?
Well, that's very true. So we were Forbidden Technologies for many years. We changed our name for a number of reasons. One is that the Blackbird is synonymous with freedom and resilience, but also that the collective noun for a Blackbird is the cloud. And so we want to be in a place where the entire cloud is filled with Blackbirds.
And you've got some interesting clients, Arsenal and Liverpool football clubs among them.
Yeah, we've got a number of Premier League clubs. We also work with quite a few prestigious US customers, including the US State Department, actually. So they're using us. We're used in some major news operations over there. The NHL use us. The NFL use us. So we're a British technology that's got green technology high on our agenda. That's also making a big impact in the US.
All right. Well, come back and talk to us again about it. Sounds a fascinating subject. Ian McDonough, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.